If you are tired of getting stuck when speaking English, if you feel you cannot express your thoughts, if you always feel judged or nervous when you open your mouth, then this video is for you. Becoming fluent does not just happen. You cannot simply say, I will listen to podcasts, watch movies without subtitles, read books, talk a little at work, and then I will be fluent. No, it does not work like that. It is like planning a project at work or trying to fix your house. You cannot randomly find furniture on the street or ask strangers to break a wall in your apartment. If you break one wall, you may say, "Oh no, that was a bad idea." Then you put the wall back and break another one. Then the house becomes a mess, the cost becomes too high, and you feel lost. Learning English is similar, but a little different. If you want to become fluent, you must treat it like a project. You must plan it. You must learn what works for you and what does not. You must focus only on the things that give you results. You must stop wasting time with teachers who do not help you. You must stop watching endless videos without taking action. You must stop doing things that do not help you move forward. And the only person who can decide what you need is you. Today, I will teach you 3 steps that will help you build your own fluency plan. You will learn what to study and how to study it. You will learn how to practice in a smart way. And you will learn how to grow your confidence so you can speak English without fear. For me, fluency has 3 pillars. The first pillar is knowledge, knowing words, knowing grammar, knowing pronunciation, knowing how to use certain expressions, knowing which words go where in a sentence. This is all knowledge. The second pillar is practice, taking the things you know and turning them into spoken English. This is the hardest part for most people. Many people can read, write, and listen well, but when they speak, everything becomes difficult. They cannot find the right words. They cannot build sentences fast enough. They cannot pronounce clearly. This is why speaking feels scary. The third pillar is confidence. You can learn many hours a day. You can practice with teachers or friends. But if you do not have the courage to speak when needed, in a meeting, in the store, with a stranger, with coworkers, then your English will stay inside your head. If you run away from conversations, you must build confidence. Confidence is one pillar, but it is also the result of learning and practicing. The more you learn, the more confident you feel. The more you speak, the more confidence you build. All 3 parts are necessary if you want to speak any language well. Now that we know these 3 pillars, we need to learn how to improve each one. When it comes to learning English, we are very lucky. We live in a time where you can find thousands of free resources. There are high-quality lessons everywhere. You can learn anything with a single click. But the problem is, you do not know what to focus on. When you try to learn everything, you become tired, confused, and overwhelmed. You spend time, but you do not grow. Sometimes the things you study are not even useful to you. Let me give you an example. If you still struggle with the past simple or present simple, do not study perfect tenses. Yet first master the basic tenses that you use every day. Phrasal verbs are important, but if you still do not know when to use on, in, or at for time and place, do not study all the phrasal verbs in the world. Learn the small things that block you in daily conversation. Understand your needs and study only those things. When it comes to pronunciation, do not try to learn every small rule about the American T, or all the sounds that change when words connect. If you still confuse R and L, I am not saying those other things are not important. They are just not important right now. Fix the problems that stop you from speaking clearly. Usually, these are the things you want to ignore. The things you feel bored with because you've been struggling with them for years. But these basic problems are the ones holding you back. When it comes to vocabulary, do not waste time learning new words you will never use. Use the words you already know, but never say. Use the words you understand when you listen. but do not use when you speak. Use the words you read and write, but do not say out loud. This will give you real results. Learning 50 new words and never using them will not change your speaking. When you plan your learning, focus only on the missing pieces, the things that stop you when speaking. It is tempting to learn everything, but that is only procrastination. You must open the box you avoid. You must fix the problems you do not want to face. Once you do that, everything becomes easier. When it comes to practicing English, remember, it is quality, not quantity. You do not need to study 2 hours every day. You do not need to move to an English-speaking country. You can improve from your home. You can become fluent even if your country does not speak English. I know this because I have seen it happen many times. My students and community members made huge improvements just by practicing the right way. What is effective practice? It means planning your practice. It means learning only what you need. It means being aware of what you are doing. Maybe you should record your voice. Maybe you should take a video and watch yourself. Maybe you should listen to yourself and give yourself feedback. Maybe you should look in the mirror to check your mouth shape or your lip movement. All these things make your practice active. They help you understand your mistakes and improve them. Small changes make a big difference. And of course, speak as much as you can. Talk to yourself in the car. Talk to a friend. You don't need native speakers around you to practice speaking. You do not need perfect feedback every time. Just speaking, searching for words, and trying to express your ideas is already great practice. Even speaking with non-native speakers helps a lot. In fact, I think non-native speakers often practice better together. They feel less pressure and less fear. They feel more free because they know both people are learning. This is one big reason why I created our online community. If you are not a member yet, click the link below and join us. It is a safe place where people talk about meaningful topics in English. You do not need to practice English to practice English. You just need to speak. And when you talk about real things and connect with people from many countries, everything becomes easier. Honestly, it is the safest and most empowering online space I have ever seen. So click the link and join us. Now let's talk about confidence. You know that voice in your head that says, "You made a mistake. You won't say this right. You can't finish the sentence. Why even try? You sound strange. People will think you're stupid." You know that voice, right? Everyone does. It is not only in your head. I have it too. Even right now, while speaking to you on camera, I hear a small voice saying, "That pronunciation was wrong. You made a grammar mistake. Is this really your best?" That voice is always there. The question is, how much attention will you give it? Most of the time, I tell that voice to sit in the back. Because making helpful videos for you is more important than being perfect. When you speak to others, you give them the chance to know you. You give them the chance to learn from you, to understand something new about you, about themselves, or about life. But when you hold yourself back because of that negative voice, you stop yourself from being you, even in another language. Please remember that. There are a few ideas you must repeat to yourself because they can change your mindset completely. Here they are. Idea 1. Being perfect is overrated. I really dislike the phrase, "speak like a native speaker." When you set the goal so high, the gap becomes huge. You start to feel like you will never reach it. If this is your goal, it may become impossible. You don't need to sound like a native. Sound like yourself, your most fluent, clear, confident self. That is the real goal. Don't aim for something that holds you back. Aim for something that lifts you up. I know it is hard to change your thinking. You were told for years that true fluency means sounding like a native. But remember, being a native speaker only happens if you are born into a language. If you were not born into it, you can still become very fluent. You can master the language. You can improve your accent. I did it myself, but the journey takes time and effort. Sometimes the best goal is just to express yourself clearly, to speak smoothly, to find the right words to be understood, even if it is not exactly like a native speaker. Even if people still ask, "Where are you from?" And you must be okay with that. Understand that being a non-native speaker is your strength. It is your gift. It is your advantage. Don't hide it. Don't erase your identity. Be clear. Be strong. Say what you need to say, even if there is an accent, even if there are mistakes. Idea 2. Mistakes are okay. Mistakes are the only way to learn. Do not punish yourself for making them. Do not fear mistakes, because fear will stop you from speaking. Do not wait for everything to be perfect, your pronunciation, your grammar, your thoughts, before you speak. Start speaking. Get stuck, make a mistake, ask for help, but speak. When you accept mistakes, and I had to accept my own, everything becomes easier. I make grammar mistakes. I make pronunciation mistakes. Sometimes I even have spelling errors in my videos. Because I wrote phonetically for years and forgot how to spell certain words. But I learned to be okay with it so I could keep making videos for you. And if my videos help you, then I know I did something meaningful. At the end of the day, it's not about being perfect. It's about connecting with the world. It's about expressing yourself. In any language, the most important thing is that you show up. Now you know that to make progress, you must take action. So I want you to take a few minutes and answer 2 things in the comments. First, where do you struggle the most? Is it knowing what to learn? Is it staying consistent with practice? Or is it confidence? Second, write your plan. What will you focus on? What do you need to learn? Be specific. Then tell us how much time you will invest each day to practice effectively and become more fluent. If you haven't joined our online community yet, I strongly suggest you do. I will post the link below. It really is the safest and most supportive place to learn, share, and practice English. Don't waste time. Click the link and join us. Thank you for listening. I truly believe that if you focus and do the work, English will come to you. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.